I am aware that there are those who believe that Babylon the Great may be America, the Catholic Church, the Vatican. I've even heard that some believe Babylon the Great is all false religion all over the earth. There are a lot of viewpoints on who Babylon the Great is, okay? And from Scripture, though, it seems to indicate something very specific, and I'm only trying to be humble. That's why I said seems, okay? But in all honesty, from my point of view, it's very plain. And it's very specific. And when it comes to all these other entities that some believe may be Babylon the Great, sure, we can talk about how those other entities may be related. However, Scripture actually pinpoints it to a T. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Okay? And we're going to pinpoint it, and then we can talk about all the other stuff. But for me, and mind you, when I discovered this in my own personal study, I was in no way looking to attach Israel to Babylon the Great. Okay? At least as far as I remember, I wasn't looking to attach Israel to Babylon the Great. I wasn't even worried about Israel. Over the years, I've heard people talk about Israel and say all kinds of things. In my mind, I just thought it was negative. People even, tried to get me emotionally against, certain types of people because they said, this group of people owned over 90% of the slave ships. So, they really suck. And I'm like, hey, they were good at business. Who cares? And, I've heard people say, certain type of people, they're rich and they own all sorts of businesses and stuff. I mean, look, they're just taking over the world. That ain't cool. And in my mind, I was like, well, hey, they got good business practices. So what? I mean, reading the Bible, they follow certain business practices of the Bible. Well, kudos to them. Instead of being jealous, we should learn from them. That's been my spirit from youth. Okay? And still, as far as I'm concerned, before I even made this video, I was going to begin the video like this, and here it is. Let me find it. Yeah. This is how I was going to begin the video. I was going to say, may God bless all Jews of every color and shade who love him and carry the blood of Abraham and Sarah in their veins. You are the children of God's friend. May you prosper for all time. That is how I was going to begin the video. And I was going to follow it up with these words. After I say you are the children of God's friend. May you prosper for all time. After that I said, and may you heed the warning of the God who favors you. Come out of Babylon, my people, so that you do not participate in her sins and suffer from any of her plagues. Yes, God's people, you are, and then I stopped. I said, nah, because I tried to say it, and it seemed fake as I was saying it, but it's like, no, these are really the words of my heart. Everything that you just heard, I'm with that 100%. Okay? So this is how I feel about that group of people. And yeah. But at the end of the day, when I study the Bible, I know I have my own thoughts, my own emotions and stuff like that, but I listen to what Scripture has to say. And if there's anything that seems incongruent with my belief system, I don't try to mold or twist Scripture for it to fit my belief system. Instead, what I do is I dig in more. I search for more. Maybe I don't know enough. I don't try to take some little bitty. I don't try to take one little thing that I learned and try to twist it and conform it. No. Maybe I'm not getting the full picture. Okay? So that's what we're going to do in this series. We're going to get the full picture. So I'm going to say some things that may seem to contradict my spirit, which I just shared with you. That I'm all about blessing those of every color and shade. I'm not one of these people dressed in purple and gold. And if you don't know who they are, don't worry about it. But there are some people who are dressed in purple and gold, and they say, no, we am the real Israelites. We am them. Okay. I had to say it like that so, you get my drift. No, I said, of every color and shade. I don't care what color the Jews are. I don't care. May they be blessed. May they be favored by God forever. And may those who bless them be blessed. Okay. I think I made my point. So, like I was saying, this scripture you looking at right now, this scripture begin to connect Babylon to Israel. And I will show you. Let me get my bearings straight. Turn these pages here, my little notebook got going on here. Yeah, okay, all right. So, let me just summarize here. I'm going to just read what I wrote. How about that? We're going to make this easy and we'll go faster. An angel uncovers the mystery of Babylon the Great with these words. In her was found the blood of prophets and of God's holy people, of all who have been slaughtered on the earth. These words uncover the mystery of Babylon the Great because there is only 2 other places in the New Testament where these words were spoken. And when they were spoken, they were directed to a group specifically. And we can trust these words with no doubt because Jesus himself spoke them. So let's take a look at the account when Jesus spoke those words, and let us take special note of who Jesus was talking to.